Good day, this is JNN Weekday News. I'm Lafayne Wigan. Here now are the top stories. The water levels at the corporate area's two main catchment facilities have improved. This has been attributed to heavy rains since last weekend. According to Corporate Public Relations Manager at the National Water Commission, Charles Buchanan, there has been a 2% increase in levels at the Hermitage Dam, while the Mona Reservoir levels are up 3%. Detectives in St. Anne have charged the man who was held for the brutal killing of a 2-year-old boy in the community of Lewis near St. Anne's Bay last weekend. He is 42-year-old Devon Jarrett of Lewis. Mr. Jarrett was charged last night with murder and wounding with intent. He is scheduled to appear in court on Friday. Mr. Jarrett is accused of slashing the throat of Jaheim Cooper and injuring another man in the community on Thursday. A post-mortem is to be conducted this week. It was reported that Mr. Jarrett had an altercation with a relative at a house. He left and went to a nearby property where he stabbed a man. He then went to another location where he attacked Jaheim. The Ministry of Health has begun refurbishing a section of a public hospital in the corporate area to be used as an isolation unit to house persons showing symptoms of Ebola should the deadly virus reach Jamaica's shores. Director of Emergency Disaster Management and Special Services, Dr. Marion Bullock-Ducasse, said preparation for such a unit started even before the Ebola's outbreak as part of Jamaica's readiness to deal with incidents of cholera. Dr. Bullock-Ducasse and the team from the ministry headed by Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson were addressing a group of journalists yesterday. Dr. Bullock-Ducasse noted that while all hospitals have isolation rooms to handle communicable diseases, this unit is being specially designed and steps are being taken to acquire additional equipment, among them personal protective equipment. Meanwhile, Dr. Ferguson reiterated that Jamaica is concerned about the virus getting into the country via the number of Jamaican entertainers who perform in African countries which have been impacted by Ebola, such as Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Nigeria. Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Labor, Errol Miller, says the ministry will closely monitor complaints under the impending flexi-work arrangements and take appropriate action where there are breaches. He also warned that employers who seek to alter existing terms of a contract without the workers' consent could face court action for breach of contract or proceedings that would likely end before the Industrial Disputes Tribunal. Mr. Miller added that the arrangements will not contravene the right of any worker to worship on their day of choice. The Employment Flexible Work Arrangements Miscellaneous Provisionals Bill was tabled in Parliament in March and is expected to be debated next month. News now in sports. Jamaica defeated the Cayman Islands 5-3 in their second match of the Caribbean Football Union CFU Under-17 Men's World Cup qualifiers last night at the Tony Spalding Complex in Kingston. The Jamaicans went behind in the 5th minute on an own goal, and the Cayman Islands team added insult to injury with another goal in the 7th minute to lead 2-0. The Jamaicans regained victory, however, by scoring 5 goals, which was in sharp contrast to the earlier 90-0 thrashing of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And those were the headlines for this hour. You can watch or live stream at JamaicaNewsNetwork.com. I'm Lafayne Wigan, and this is JNN News Worth Watching.